Okay, artists, I'm going to give you a refresher on how to use these watercolors. These are praying, okay? And I've actually taken the center out, so this is Roy G. Biv. That is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. These are the warm colors. These are the cool colors. When you use these, you do have to wake them up, okay? So how you wake them up is all you do, let me get in closer here, artist, is take some water, make sure your brush is clean it number 8. This would actually come off your tray, okay? Get it set up so you have your space and your paper towel, and then choose what color you want and wake it up. So I take a drop of water, and look, artist, I stir that around. Now you want to make sure that you wake it up. If it's already woken up, then don't wake it up anymore. And then I very carefully, look what I do. I make sure that I don't get too much paint on my brush, okay? Now I go to my paper. Now, you are doing a radial design, but this is for anybody who has not used these watercolors before or a while. Artist, I'm going to show you how to use the praying watercolors. And what you do, I have them separate. I took out the black and the brown. So it's Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. They're going to be painting the Roy G. Biv rainbow circle today. When you use these watercolors, remember you just take a little bit of water and you stir it to wake it up, okay? So if I turn it here so you can see, very gently make sure that I'm getting not too much paint on my brush, okay? Then I come back and I'm just gonna paint this circle bigger so you can see it, and do your best to paint a circle. Like I said, we're not drawing them. Then what do? I clean my brush, clean it in a number 8, okay? When you're using this, don't tap on the side. Very gently, make sure that I get all the water off my brush. So once it's clean, this one's already woken up, the orange, but I can go ahead and stir it. I haven't added any water. Make sure I'm dabbing on the side very carefully. You do not want to mix these paints. You don't want to get paint all over the place. Now, this is still a little bit wet. So I want to be careful because it will start to bleed into the other color. But I want to get this video done, so I'm going to go ahead and paint it. So I'm going just a little bit around, okay, making my circle. Once again, what do? I clean my brush in a number 8. Make sure it's clean. I'm lifting up the water so you can see. Dab my brush off. Wipe it if you need to. Check your paint. See if it's woken up. My tray is not woken up, so I put a drop of water and I stir it around, okay? You want to leave these trays open because otherwise the paints will get goopy. So when you put them back, you'll have them altered. There's my little bit of yellow. This is still wet. I'm only doing this because the video is going, otherwise I would have to wait for it to dry. So then I come around, I have my pinky on my paper. See how it's starting to bleed? So my pinky's on my paper, so my hand's not resting. If you need to turn your paper, artist, turn your paper. Now this bleeding part looks kind of cool. Bleeding, remember, is when if it's wet next to wet, it will start to mix together. Now, if your paint brush is scratchy, artist, that means you need more water and you need to stir it. That means because it's too dry. Now see how I'm ready for this one? Same thing. What do? Clean my brush first. Make sure it's clean. Put 1 drop of water. I'm having it up here so you can see. Stir it around. Wake up that paint. Okay. Go off of the edge so I don't have too much on my brush. Then I come back to my paper. Let it dry. Sit there and free draw while you wait. Put your pinky on there. If you don't think it's dark enough, don't add more water. Go back to your paint and mix it. Another thing you can do, artists, is if it's light, wait for it to dry and go back and do a second coat. Remember, you can turn your paper if you need to. So I went ahead and took the brown and black paint out to make it easier for you guys. This is for your radial printmaking that you're doing, okay? And then when we're done, we'll fill up the whole thing, clean my brush again, okay? Dry it, Please make sure we're taking care of our brushes. Remember, I call her Miss Paula. Reshape her and put her up in the cup. These go back in the cabinet, open, just like this, and alternated back and forth. Here they are in the cabinet, artist. They're alternated, means they're back and forth, so then they're not a big pile, and they're left open, so they won't get goopy. Thank you.